Hi, and thanks for watching. This is the video series where I talk about starting a small business, give you my thoughts and opinions, and allow you to follow me on the journey as I start my company, Two Roads Digital. Let's jump right in with today's topic. Today I want to talk about to-do lists. To me, as an entrepreneur and in starting a small business, having a very good strategy for your to-do lists and managing them well is the key between success and failure. When I've started my previous companies, one of the biggest challenges I had was you are suddenly everything. You're everything to everyone. You're the accountant, you're the marketer, you're the salesperson, you're the programmer, or whatever field you choose to do. And having all of those responsibilities can be very, very daunting. And that's where a to-do list comes into play. Without a to-do list, you tend to get overwhelmed with all of these activities. We now have text messaging, email, social media, so many things that can become distractions to you getting your day-to-day work done. So you may set out to do one task and the next thing you know, you're sucked up into something else that really isn't what you need to get accomplished that day. And again, that's where having that to-do list will be very, very helpful to you as you start a business. Now I'd like to talk briefly about how I do my to-do list. I have two different ones. I have one that's a daily to-do list and one that's a weekly. My weekly one is more things I know need to get accomplished the following week, but aren't necessarily needed to be done on a certain day. And then usually the night before, I sit down and make a daily to-do list that I type up all the things I know the next day need to get done, and I try to stay as on that list as possible and to not deviate from it much. Now, it can be fluid, and there can be things that pop up that you go ahead and change because it just makes sense. But without that list, you can very easily get off track with a fire that needs put out or something else, and it gets your day completely off track. And my personal preference for making this list is a program called Evernote. You may use something entirely different, and that's fine. Whatever works for you, you figure out that part of it. I like Evernote because I can put it in my iPad. I can carry my iPad around with me wherever I go, put it in there, and then it will be on my computer or any other devices I may be using that list. And as I check things off, then they're also checked off on all the other devices that I have, and it kind of keeps everything in sync. Finally, however you choose to keep your to-do list, there's one thing that personally gives me the best satisfaction on a daily basis is marking those things off. There's something about doing that check mark and knowing you got something accomplished. When you don't have a boss that's breathing down your neck and asking if things are done and then you can say yes they are, when you're reporting to yourself, that is a very satisfying feeling to mark that box off that you have it done and give yourself a sense of satisfaction and knowing you're progressing down the road and starting your business. So I would highly encourage you to keep the list and to check things off as you accomplish them. I'm sure there are a lot of you out there that manage your to-do list in a completely different fashion. I think it'd be great to get some dialogue going here of different ways that you do it so we can all share ideas and other people can see that there's lots of options. There's no right way to do this, but it's so important to have a to-do list and to use that as you manage your business. Before I sign off today, I'd love to encourage you to follow us at Two Roads Digital on Facebook and Twitter. We'd love to get interaction with you guys. Tell me if I'm wrong or if you've got better ideas. Any kind of feedback would greatly appreciate. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will leave you again today with the quote that I say every day: you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I missed again. That I think is the third time this week, but guess what? I'm going to keep on shooting, and so should you.